Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here with Target Trading Academy. It is 4:05 p.m. Wednesday, September 14th, and we have our micros market recap. Let's get right into it with micro oil. So we opened pretty much just above that close in oil. We had a straight move down real quick and then just buying pressure, and that's just all we saw for the remainder of the day. There were some retracements, but they were met by a ton of buying each time. So we did finish net positive for the day in oil. Saw a decent participation at those levels, those HVA levels in oil as well. A handful of opportunities there. Gold, different story. It opened in balance, pretty much just below that close, and it just consolidated the whole day and then shortly just melted down. So not a whole lot of price action in gold. It did finish net down though, so we do have to note that. As far as our equities go, let's see if I can scrunch that up. Not a whole lot of expansion. Pretty tight range today. In comparing today to yesterday, that was quite the move. But we opened and just headed straight down, and then we found a little bit of a floor, and then they decided to test the waters and make new highs. You can see there was quite a bit of participation at these HVA edges, quite a bit of support and resistance just bouncing right off of them. Again, these levels are given to our students the night before the next day's trading activity. So if that's something you're interested in, just hang tight and I'll tell you where you can look to get them. But for the most part, they had very few opportunities to run up. They had the pressure to go up higher, but they just couldn't sustain it. And ultimately, they did make new lows just shortly before the close, but they did not want to go any lower. So this 29.25 mark held quite a bit of pressure on that down end, and they just, you can see here, they almost went and tested new highs. So the range is from here to there. The whole day it was from here to there, and then we recently made new lows, and they went 3/4 the way back up in a short amount of time. So ton of buying pressure in the end of the day there. With that said, we are finishing just barely above the close in the ES. As far as the Nasdaq goes, where we opened, let me just scrunch that back for you. Oh, I can't really scrunch it. We'll have to zoom back for us, but we opened slightly above that close like we did in the ES. And we had some straight selling, went right to it. There was some participation at those HVA levels, but we found a floor, and then again, very consolidated move, much like the ES. Trying hard to break out, couldn't do it, came back down, made some new lows, and they bounced right off of them. And then we recovered some new highs just before we get to lunch here. And then it just got really slow and consolidated, and they just couldn't break up any higher. And after lunch, they decided, you know what, let's make some new lows again. But those couldn't be sustained either. And that's just something we had talked about in the room. If they couldn't really make any moves outside of this area, they're not going to be able to do much after that. And, well, it is what it is. As far as the Nasdaq's run up after that support here around 94.25, they went more than the 3/4. They almost went all the way up to that high of the day. So they had quite the expansion at the end of the day there. I mean, let's be honest, they didn't have much expansion total today. So that move was still quite a lot in terms of today's range and in terms of percentage move, but overall, not unheard of for the Nasdaq. But with that said, we are closing net positive for the day in the Nasdaq as well. If you are interested in finding out more information about these levels, these HVA levels that we do give our students the night before the next day's trading activity, or if you're wondering how do we trade off of them based off the methodologies that we teach in the room, or if you just want to learn how to trade futures in general, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find our page on Facebook. So you can go to Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Again, that's targettrading.co. Get in touch with the representative at either location. They'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day, and you'll see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to having you.